In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders.
That's assault, that's assault, rape that, pop that, that's assault, that's assault, rape that, pop that. These people are going to eject you from this line. That's assault, that's assault, it is. You cannot touch me like that. Oh, I will be telling you exactly what happened. Rape that, these people are going to eject you from this line. That's assault, that's assault. We have video of her just touching. Out of that jail, I will be. Excuse me. Excuse me. Rape that. That's assault. You cannot touch me like that. Rape that. Oh, I will be telling you. Rape that. That's assault. That's assault. Rape that. That's assault. We have video of her just. These people are going to eject you from this line. Out of that child, I will be assault. It is incredibly appropriate. I will. You cannot touch me like that. That's assault. Rape that. Flop that chair here. You cannot touch me like that. It is incredible. That's assault. Rape that. That's assault. Rape that. Flop that chair. Flop that chair. Flop that chair. These people are going to eject you from this line. Rape that. That's assault. Rape that. Oh, I will. That's assault. Oh, I will be telling you exactly what happened. Flop that chair here. That's assault. Rape that. That's assault. Rape that. Flop that chair here. These people are going to eject you from this line. That's assault. That's assault. It is. You cannot touch me like that. Oh, I will be telling you exactly what happened. Rape that. These people are going to eject you from this line. That's assault. We have video of her just touching. Out of that child, I will be. Excuse me.
Listen to me. It is a latest night live, and I cannot with you bitches. You're already starting with the classic one-liners. How are we going to make shirts out of all of these classic things my little sweet baby night owls are saying? Listen, my little night owls, I've seen a lot of you in the day, okay? But Dad did some daytime lives, all right? So that we can cater to everybody's schedule. And some of you I haven't seen in a minute, and I miss all of you. But you late night ferals are a different kind of crowd. Let me just say that. I got some classic one-liners right off the fucking bat, okay? Equal part sympathy and outrage. I will flirt with a doorknob if allowed. Girl. That's fucking funny, okay? And before that, what did we have over here? Darlene openly admitting, I'm just a ticking time bomb. Darlene, I can't wait for you to go off, Queen. I cannot wait for you to go off. And also, like so many of them, each of you, I mean, Steven always with the cutting up. Claudia's always cutting up. Hey, Claudia. Tish, too. All of you. Sherlock, I don't even know what Ron It Too Old For You means, but that's going on a shirt. Okay? Amy Boyd, hello from the 210 from the Alamo City. Never forget the Alamo. Never forget 9/11. And you're not, because tonight we have a big one. Listen, you guys are, and shit, it's Cindy. Cindy, you're getting the High Coven t-shirts. But I'm going to spell it High. You are the quiet one. But I would totally make a shirt out of baby Claudia playing piano any day. And of course, Noelle, number 10. We need to think of a number to put on a shirt for Noelle. And of course, Reggie. Reggie's always a good morning. That's what hers is because of her schedule. I want to get shirts individually for each of you. Just even if I got to buy it and mail it to you, I want you each to have your own shirt because you're all so interesting. All of you are very interesting and you have very unique personalities, and they kill me. You sent me a pig and some chooks? Oh, I want to see your chooks. I'm going to go check that out. I put, Cindy, you have your own folder in my email now so that I can make sure that I don't miss any of your animal goodness. So I need to go through it and I need to pull some. Because the last thing I downloaded was Ozzy the Lamb. By the way, fucking Jason. Where's Jason? Jason's not in here right now. Jason is so fucking funny. He sent me, I'm not even going to say what it is, but he sent me an email with some things he has created in the past. I had no idea it was him doing something that has been going on for a while. And it made me laugh so hard. And we're going to have to use Jason's talents, okay, on this channel because you kids will die laughing. I don't want you to die, but if you are going to die, at least we're all laughing, okay? So good. So good, Jason's talents. I will have to explain later. It won't make sense, but it will. Chicago Homo. Hello, Pierogi Cacciatore. Pierogi Cacciatore. You'll take the good, quiet one? Excellent. And Mia with the robo. Mia had me convinced she dated Harrison Ford in 2003 today, and I still can't let it go that she was joking. I really can't. Even Dad's boyfriend, he's getting a Linda shirt. He's getting a Linda shirt. We need Linda up. Will you come back as Linda? He says Linda died. I don't believe it. I think she's still out there. Permish to expose the critters. Always. Permish always. Exposition of the critters will happen soon. Noelle is loving it. I say morning for you when it's the afternoon here, but right now it's not really with it. I'm not really with it. It's 7:40 a.m., so morning it is. Hey, don't be sad. I absolutely love it. You did press the wrong emoji. And I almost said emoji. I caught myself. No, I punished everyone. I took all wrenches away because I want to do a revolving wrench, and I keep forgetting to change them. So right now, Darlene, I think Darlene is the only. All of you will get wrenched. In fact, mid-live, Darlene, I'll take the responsibility off of your shoulders and I will place it on a random feral. And you won't know when it happens. Everyone's going to get wrenched. But you're all going to get wrenched one at a time. And I want to see who you kick out and how you handle the power. Will you go mad with power? Let's do a little vote in here. Everyone who's in here now. Yeah, no, Pierogi, it could be you. Hippa, it could be you. Let's do a little poll in here. Who do you guys think is going to go mad with power on the wrenching? This is going to cause problems, but listen, you guys can see all of who's in here. You're a wrench virgin. You've never been wrenched. I'll wrench the shit out of you. You'll unsubscribe. If I put any responsibility on Pierogi Cacciatore, she will unsubscribe immediately. Noelle, you're gonna have the power soon. Claudia's gonna have everyone's gonna have the power. You are. Bubsy hasn't been wrenched yet. Tish, we're gonna have to. You're all getting wrenched, okay? The opposite of color stay. Listen to me. John Barron's getting wrenched if he bobs back in. Not qualified to wrench. Plumbing is not my thing. Well, listen, Steven can teach you. Steven, can you train the new mod, and then whoever that mod is can train the next mod, and so on and so forth? Like in comedy, when we do an open mic without a host, you just announce the next one. We're gonna, what is that called? What do y'all call it? Shotgun open mics. Okay, we're gonna do a shotgun open mic, but it's a shotgun modding. Okay, actually, modding a shotgun is a real thing, and we probably shouldn't say we're doing that. We're not. You know what? We'll figure it out. We'll figure out a name for it. The first person to step up is the leader, and always the last person you want to give the power. Okay. Stevie will go nuts. He's been nuts. What are you talking about? Steven was the first to get solo wrenched. And then we switched up to, who did we switch up to? I don't even remember anymore. Then we went to Darlene. I think, gets drunk with power. I want to know which one of you think is good. If you had to pick anyone in this chat group, I want you to come together now and decide. It's a new word order, right, Noelle? Who do you think would go mad with power if I wrench them? Who do you think is the one that would really... Yeah, it's a select board meeting. That's what we're doing right now. It's a 9/11 select board meeting. 4 days late. Who do you think would go mad? You think Cindy? No, I'm just kidding. Tish isn't saying that. Do we have a squirrel? I don't think we have a squirrel. Not a pet. Not a pet. Stevie's getting drunk with power. Yeah, who would be drunk with power? We know it can't be Darlene because she's been very mild in her modding. She has yet to. You haven't kicked anyone out, have you, Darlene? Mirror, mirror on the wall. You think it's you, Noel? Noel will go mad with power. Okay. You think Stevie? Everyone say it's Stevie. But he already had it. He didn't go mad with power. You guys are just picking on Stevie today. Hey, listen. This is going to be a fun episode. I feel bad for whoever's not here because, you know, you think 9/11, you don't think fun, obviously, and you shouldn't. It was a tragedy, but it's going to be a fun Osint episode. This is going to be the ultimate challenge. Give it back to Satan? Satan's not here, though. You got to be here to do it. So when he comes back, he will get modded eventually. You'll all get modded. Even though Sherlock Ho's going to get a mod. Everyone. Yeah, everybody's get. Stevie was a good mod. Oh, Bubsy, that's so sweet. See, you guys can't even pick who would go mad with power. You love each other so much. That's how I know I raised good kids. That's why Dad comes back from the Moose Lodge, because you're not all that bad. Listen, you saw. Wait, what? First of all, what the fuck? Borges and Borges. I love that no one is actually saying Morgan and Morgan anymore. We are all speaking in code. Not a single one of you have actually said Morgan and Morgan in a long time. You've all changed it up to your own words, and I like that. I was on the road again and saw a billboard for Borges and Borges, and it was perfect because it was the select board version of Morgan and Morgan. Oh, you really saw Borges and Borges? I thought you were fucking around. It's real? Oh, please send it to me. I would love to see it. Laura, if you could stay up, you'd be modded tonight. But you know what? Your first day. That sounds cool in that mic. Laura's first day of work is tomorrow. She's going to save the Hoogans. Laura, if you see a good fit for Mookie's, a.k.a. Hoogan, little brother, little sister, older sister, I don't care. He likes other Boston Terriers. And he really there's one dog that is in a wheelchair that he really likes. And I can't remember what breed it is. I think it's a beagle. But he doesn't get along with Chihuahuas. They scare the shit out of him. You know what? Same. I think, what's it called? Perimenopause? Is that when they stick a pear up your ass and then tell you to go home? Back in my day, I moderated 10 channels at once. I lost every single one of them. You haven't seen nothing. Steven, that's what we love about you. We're like, who has nothing to lose? Nancy Grace the raccoon? She would be a great mod. We need to get back to that. You never got modded. You will. You're next on the roll call. It's going to be someone random tonight, and then we're going to do you next. We can't mod you on the... Don't. Sherlock Ho, I'm not highlighting it, but hilarious. Also, Laura... You got to focus on your job, and then you're going to be modded after your first day. I need you to not worry about anything but your first day of work. Get through that, and then you'll get modded immediately, without a doubt. Yeah, don't say her name, Pierogi Cat Story says. If you say her name, she will appear. Joe Hendry. Dun, dun. So, Laura, you will get modded. You're going to have the best day at work tomorrow. Are you so excited? I'm actually kind of like, I'm nervous. Here's the thing. I know you're going to do great, but I'm nervous for the shelter. I don't know if they're ready for Laura. You know what I mean? I don't know. What if they've been running some kind of coup? What if there's been some kind of fucking internal things going on? I feel like you're going to be the auditor. You're going to be the one who figures out what's going on in here that we can fix. I will send Hugin on parade videos. We will find his missing piece. And what sucks is I feel like it's Ladybug, but we can't handle her. You can barely handle her. She's so intense. But I'm like, damn. You would love to well, let me ask you this. Would it help with your first day of work if we modded you tonight? Because we'll mod you tonight if that helps. Mia, thank you for the $1.99. It's going to Borges and Borges. Jeno, hello. Hello, Jeno. You came in just at the perfect time. Because Mia just sent $1.99, and you guys know what that means. You guys know what that... I know Laura wants to block someone, but it's her day because she starts work tomorrow. And since it's her day, we're going to allow it. But the thing we're going to allow before that, and before we get into the point, is some Big Boy on the Roof from Mia. Thank you for that donation, Mia. Here you go.
Get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Big boy ain't getting on the roof. Never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Big boy ain't getting on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy grill on the roof. Never seen a big boy grill on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy grill on the roof. Big boy grilling on the roof. Big boy grilling on the roof. Big boy ain't grilling on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Big boy ain't driving on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. How you do it like that? Damn, you got tools on your back. Driving on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Shit, big boy get loose. Shit, big boy get loose. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never, oh shit, any phone on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy hop on the roof. How you do it like that? Shit, you just like a fat. Shit, pick up your back. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Get on the roof. Get on the roof. Get your ass out the roof. Get your ass back out the roof. I ain't never see a big boy leap on the roof. Get the big ass out.
All right. Never seen a big boy get on the roof. That's for you, Mia. Listen, I'm about to go. I literally opened up my laptop work computer so that I can mod you, Laura. All right. I'm going to mod you if it makes your day better. If it helps you at work. And listen, everyone's getting a Hugin. You understand? Because now Laura's a Hugin salesman. All right. Are they used Hugins? Yes. Yeah, they're used Hugins. Cindy, I got to go to my email and pull it up. But can I show it tomorrow in the day? Can I show it tomorrow in the day? I'm going to show them actually. What I'd like to do is put all the animal videos. So 2 of your emails did fail to attach them, but the other 2 did it. I think it has to do with you can't drag and drop it into the email. I'm not sure what service you're using. You know what? We'll talk about this privately. I'm going to send you a message when this live is done, but I did get like 3 or 4 of the attachments. So I'm going to put all of yours together in one episode probably tomorrow. And we're going to show all your animals. I can't talk. Pig boy anytime. What does PB mean? Do you want to bring in Hugin to say hello? He's got a little bitty here. Let me make myself big so that they can see Hugin. He's got a little bit of a rash because he had a little bit of an allergy food the other day. Oh, he's a boo. He's a floating little head. There he is. There he is. Look at your pudgy little winkies. Oh, look at your little belly. Scratch the side of his belly. Scratch the side of his belly. Cover that. Don't let them see that. What? His winky. Don't look. What is this? Hey, what is this? He's got a little spot. No, oh, that's dirt. We need to clean him. How much is that Hugin in the window? I wonder if it's because of the because I switched him. They were out of his food this week and I had to switch. I was so pissed. Hey, you know what? You're not only going to see the smile, we're doing a giveaway, by the way, tonight. So you're here at the right time. We're going to do a giveaway, okay? Please, anyone know how to cover him? Please tell me he calls and cries. Oh, your guy Daryl, he's having a hard time with grief. Damn. Because his cat. I would do a compilation of pet videos, of cat videos, and be like, remember all the good times you had with your kitty. Look at all these. These will cheer you up. Although maybe that might upset him. Maybe don't do that. Dog videos, Claudia. Dog videos. You could also, you guys should just go bowling. Like, get him to go do something to take his mind off of it, or go see a movie or something. People need to get out of the house, maybe. Yeah, cat video is a bad idea. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. He misses his baby. You know, after a while, you could also, I know that the shelters in our area, they let you, it's not rent an animal, but you can take them out and you can walk a pet. You know what I mean? You take them out for a day and have fun with them and bring them back. It's for people who can't long-term foster, but they want to like hang out with the pets. You could take them to do that because, I mean, I wouldn't say cat videos, but pet therapy could be good for him. Like maybe he just needs to be around a little kitty Hugin or something. And maybe just being around them again. It could also encourage him to like, some people just need some like a little animal to take care of. Like, especially like for me, can't have kids, but Hugin changed my life. Something about we got some nurture bullshit in us where we have to nurture, right? Yeah, people aren't good with asking for help or saying that they are lonely. So visiting with them and allowing them to cry or get emotional without getting weirded out does help a person. I agree. You're going to a rescue, Claudia? Perfect. Yeah, go like just talk to him. Keep him on the phone. Send him silly videos, not cat related, but mainly just be around there and try to get him out. Try to get him out. Just sit and hold him. Yeah, try to get him out. Try to get him to do something dangerous. And not like that sounds like bad advice, but like something that's exhilarating that gets his heart going. Like get him to go play go-karts. Do something crazy that you guys haven't done before or ever in a long time. You know what I mean? Just get that adrenaline going, get that lactic acid going. That's the happy hormone, right? It's going to change him. Listen, I don't want to forget, but take a ride with me, dude. Tell him that. I'd be like, let's go take a ride. Let's feel the wind in our fucking hair, Daryl. Come on. All right? Laser tag, dude. Paintballing. Shoot Daryl. That'll make him feel better with a paintball gun. No, but really, I think that you're doing a good job. But it's got to be hard to kind of absorb that energy too, and then to go on and have your good day. But you know what? Every time you do that for someone else, in the end, seeing them happy again because you did that will make you almost forget, that you absorbed all that or that you went through that time with them. It's like, well, as long as they're happy, it's like the joy of seeing them okay. Go whack some balls, says Noel. And you could do that in many ways. That could be golf, and that could be an entirely other thing that's a kink. And we don't shame here unless it's feet. Okay, listen, we're doing a giveaway. I got 3 school pictures of Hugin. Okay? 3 school pictures of Hugin. All right? And today's giveaway, at the end of the episode, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you guys, we're going to do kind of like a quiz question again. And the 3 who win, you're going to get a Hugin school picture. And I'm going to mail you a card with some goodies in it, okay? So you're going to get a school picture of Hugin with the lasers in his frog hat. All right? He's going to sign it. All right? You have that one, right? If you guys bought any of the old cassettes, you got one of these. Oh, good. Oh, good. StreamYard just did the thing where it whited out the whole screen again. That's fun. I love when that happens. That's really cool, StreamYard. That's cool of you to do that right now. I don't know why it did it. Is it coming back? It's going to come back in a second. I don't even know if you guys can hear me right now. This happens sometimes. I did look into it a little, by the way. I honestly can't. I have no idea if you guys can hear me. Let's see. Let's see if it pops back. Did it pop back? Can you guys still hear me? Okay. Okay, excellent. So I'm going to do stop sharing. Here's what you want to see frozen, Hugin. Picture froze, but you can hear me fine. Okay, here's what I have to do. I need to let me do stop mic and cam. All right. It says go whack some balls still because I am totally All right, there we go. Sorry about that. I don't know why it does that. It just everything whites out and then the screen goes black and then it just like literally it brings me back into where I can see y'all's chat, but everything on the screen is black. And then it says that my mic's not working anymore or my camera's not working anymore. So then I have to restart it twice. I looked up in a frequently asked questions StreamYard forum about this, and they were saying that the newest Windows update, specifically Chrome, causes a problem. Somebody else complained about I don't remember, was it Mozilla? It was another one where the same thing happened. And they said we're on it and it just keeps getting worse. And then it had me update everything the other day. Yeah, Hugin's back in Vietnam because of StreamYard. So we're gonna give away 3 of these, okay? And I don't random Brockton Horror. I don't know why. I don't know why he's there, but he's in Vietnam, okay? And he's going through it, and he's gonna make it. And he also has a penguin body. It is StreamYard propaganda. Typical blaming someone else, me blaming StreamYard. Yeah, it's just literally it's. But no, you mean StreamYard blaming Windows? Yeah. The thing is, they said that last time, but the time before that, they said it that wait, what did they say? Last time it was Chrome, and the time before that it was a Google update, but the first Google update, it didn't give me any problems at all. And now I keep getting these red banners when I log in that say, we've updated this certain thing, we've added, you know what it is? It's just like when we built the real estate database. Anytime you change functionality on a platform in any way, you're going to get weird bugs, and it's going to take probably like a month to figure out how to fix them. So every time they fix them, I'd imagine there's like a new update available on Chrome or something. And then it's just a never ending process. They just need to sync up. We need these bitches flows to sync up, and they're not. Okay. So hopefully one day it will, but at least they're being kind of receptive. 4,000 dogs served in Vietnam and only 200 returned. Jesus, Stevie. Oh, I didn't know that. Is that true? That can't be. How dare you? I know that they drop monkeys on bombs or something. So fucked up. Also, there was a baby plane full of babies that got rescued from Vietnam. Noelle says, thanks, Stevie. Google's going to roll out their own streaming service. I heard something about that too. Also, okay. You remember when I showed you? Yeah, Stevie goes, I said it was super sad. Okay. Now everyone's crying. Thanks, Stevie. Damn you, Stevie. That's the shirt. Damn you, Stevie. And then the bag will say, I said it was super sad. You guys remember I told you about the robot that Dad's boyfriend saw going around to the comedy club? Yeah, no more sad news. Fuzzy Lou, I'm sorry for your sad news. Stevie was lying about the dogs in Vietnam, okay? He was making it up. Stevie, tell her you were making it up right now or you're grounded. Listen, it's fake. You're going to be fine. That was fake news, Fuzzy Lou. That was fake news, okay? I'll tell you something crazy, though. So, don't sneeze. Don't sneeze, you stupid. Don't sneeze. Okay, I'm not sneezing. All right, great. You can make your body do anything. So, they're test flying Uber helicopters in Zilker Park right now in Austin. Kind of like how there's the robot going around downtown. Now, they're letting people get in these tiny, it literally looks just like these helicopters, but they're tiny. And they're just floating up like 20 feet and then coming back down. And they're like, we're doing tests. So now we have these fucking Waymo cars that don't have drivers in them that are terrible. And then there's like 2 other companies that copied them. So now we've got a ton of driverless cars going around Austin, stopping in the road. Police don't know what to do. I don't know who to yell out when I'm having road rage. It's pissing me off. It's making me more ragey that there's no one to yell at. On top of that, we have 1,000 scooters everywhere. They threw them in the goddamn lake and created an abundance of zebra clams, which is threatening our water supply. Then they told Elon, sure, you can dump battery acid in the water if you contribute to a reclamation facility. And they allowed that. And now the water's all fucked up. And I don't think they're fixing anything. And then now, no, with propellers, like tiny copters. Like now, people in the park are floating up in these copters and they're talking about, oh, it's an Uber testing beta experience. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, as if we don't have enough random transportation laying in the road and careening through areas it shouldn't be and just stopping in roads. Now they're going to put these tiny helicopters for just anybody in the drunkest city in the United States. Cool. Very unhappy about it. And I saw a video of them doing that. And I went, oh, nothing's going to happen here. God, I hope that it's at least like Waymo where it's controlled and the person doesn't get to. I have no idea how it works. I just saw them going up and down and was like, oh, Jesus, here we go. Because could you imagine just being out on your balcony and then some fucking drunken idiot at 2 a.m. flies into your fucking window in a tiny helicopter? I would be so pissed. Ugh, it's horrible. Anyway, we're going to be giving these away towards the end of the episode tonight. I'm not going to go on forever because I have a lot to show you. I'm going to let the intro song finish. And then we have, and I told you tonight's going to be the best episode. And this is a drone training facility. So also everybody does the securities OPSEC on drones here. So it's just people doing and by OPSEC, I mean operational security, like people are testing and trying to hack the drones to see if there's anything and yes, I got my $20, Sherlock. Of course, I always get my monies. Okay. I got my monies. I did it under an hour. That's thanks to you guys. Okay. Tonight's going to be the best episode because it's when I'm the happiest, which is the middle of the fucking night. Okay. It is. So I'm in a great mood. Okay. I got my iced coffee. We got giveaway shit, which thrills me because 3 of y'all are going to get Hugin school pics. Look at his little face. Smile never changes. The eyes do, though. You got to watch when his eyes fucking turn. He becomes bloodthirsty. He'll bite your toes. Okay. Not only that, we have Marcus updates. I know Sherlock Ho is going to be very thrilled. We have Marcus updates. Okay. Marcus updates. We got a Fredrickson update. Big update on Fredrickson. He's a witch now. Did you guys see? He is a witch. Fredrickson is a witch officially, like flying on a broom. Okay. So we have that. I've also pulled some very funny videos that I found on Instagram and Twitter because I know a lot of you guys don't twit. So I'm like, let's bring Twitter to you so you don't have to go in there. You don't have to go into the house, but I'll bring you snacks from the snack table from the party. Okay. So I brought you out some snacks. I stole some goodies from the party. Okay. So you're going to get some really good Twitter videos and Instagram videos that I find very amusing. You're going to get Marcus and Fred updates. Okay. Then it is a bad place, Stevie. Stay out of it. But then we're also going to be looking at a mystery that not only do I think is solvable, I think that anybody in this chat could be the one to do it. Here's why. Not too difficult. All right. It is a lot of busy work. Okay. It's a lot of sifting. It involves a ton of SnoopyDupaing. Okay. So you could be a total SnoopyDupa. All right. But it's also for a good cause, a really good cause. And it could have a thrilling outcome, but it's a 24-year mystery. Okay. And there are 3 updates on it. I'm going to give you those tonight so that we can look at some of the things that can be done to solve it. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do right now. He has been banging a lot of mutes lately, Sherlock. That is true. So I'm going to play the rest of That's Assault. I'm going to pop up some of these fun videos I have prepped for you. Okay. And then we're going to get into the business and then we're going to give away these. All right. So it's going to be fun for you guys. I'm very excited. He's the guy that invented Marcus the Worm. Okay. You're doing a fundraiser for childhood cancer, Claudia. Can you email me a link for that fundraiser, please? I would appreciate it. I'll put it on the community wall. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and get back. Let's hope that StreamYard doesn't give up. All right, here we go. Because we got to get through this and then we're going to start. We got at least, yeah, he did hit 1 million subscribers. Good for him, dude. I love that. That's a whole new medium of comedy that I don't think a lot of people thought of. It's brilliant. Kind of reminds me of Red versus Blue, but a little different. Mia's still awake. Oh, you're going to love this tonight. Let's get through this so that we can get to the gabagool. Here we go.
Excuse me. That's a song. Excuse me. You cannot touch me like that. Break that. Oh, I will be telling you. Break that. That's a song. That's a song. Flop that. Break that. That's a song. Flop that chair here. We have video for just how these people are going to eject you from this line. Out of that show, I will be song. It is incredibly offensive. I will. You cannot touch me like that. That's a song. Break that. Flop that chair here. Man, you cannot touch me like that. It is incredible. That's a song. Break that. That's a song. Break that. Flop that chair. Flop that chair. Flop that chair. Man, these people are going to eject you from this line. Break that. That's a break that. That's a song. Break that. Man. Break that. Oh, I will. Man. That's a song. Oh, I will. That's a song. That's a song. Oh, I will. That's a song. That's a song. Oh, I will. That's a song. That's a song. Oh, I will be telling you. That's a song. Flop that chair here. That's a song. Break that. That's a song. Oh, I will be telling you. That's a song. Oh, I will be telling you. That's a song. Oh, I will. That's a song.
Hey, where are you from, ma'am? Where are you from?
Io sono from Italia. Viva Italia, per favore, via la lure, mezzo mare, mamma mia, da maledare. Ciacinca, buah. Figlia mia, da fantasia, mamma mia, se faccio tu.
I
How
can't
you doing
understand her. I
today?
think she might be French.
What's your name? What? What is your name? Tony! Fuck you, Tony! What's your name? Ezekiel! Fuck you, Ezekiel! Fuck you! Fuck you! Hey,
Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo.
Click clackety duck. This is what the fuck I want. Can I get a?
They were not happy with their Uber.
Bro, how long you been driving Uber for?
You better answer. We're going to give you 1 star.
1 star, bro.
1 star.
1 star.
You guys are in a lot of trouble, right? Now, how'd you get the damn phone back there? Search.
That is literally Turn Ernie. Can I pet that dog? Let me tell you something. Perfect timing, you guys. Perfect timing to see all you back in here. I haven't seen some of you kids in a minute. I told you guys, Night Crew's a little different. Night Crew is a little fucking different. All right? But it's a good kind of different. No disrespect to the daytime kids, but y'all are just so different. And I really enjoy both dichotomies. And let me show you guys something. I pulled some new vids for you tonight. That's why I'm excited. Now, of course, we're going to start with this gem. This one is not new, but it's kind of new to the channel. And it's enough that if you missed it in the day, then you deserve this. Okay? So here we go.
Irene Jenkins, you're a bitch. I do not have a wheelchair. I do not have wooden legs. I do not have wooden teeth. You fuck. You fuck. Sane. Irene, if I were to meet you any day, you know what I would give you? This. My fist. In your Ellen DeGeneres, I have enough going on in my life. I have my family to take care of. I work for WWE. I'm in love with Shawn Michaels. I got enough to take care of. I don't need to be on your show. I will never, ever consider it. I have too much going on in my life. I don't need a TV show. I'm sorry, Ellen. I'm the Rock. I'm crying. I can't be in the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. Oh, it's so sad.
Fantastic. So of course we have to start with that. Also, I just tried to add some of you guys as mods. I don't know. Also, I did not do the embellishment. She did that herself. I also love her very much. I just tried to mod some of you guys and it's not putting you in the drop down. I don't know why. But maybe you need to have some setting change where you allow that. I'll figure it out. This happened once before when I tried to mod Andrea and it wouldn't let me. So I'm not sure. Laura, I looked you up. There are so many Laura Rikers and yours would not pop up. So I need to figure that out. I'll figure it out after the live though. Yeah, I think they do need to. Did Jerry Springer die? I feel like he passed away. I could be wrong though. Okay. Here we go. These are some of the new vids that I think you guys would like. Let me pop out here. Let me pop out. All right, here we go. Are you guys ready? Here's the big ones. This one's called Tiny Car, and I love it.
Smack Cook. He tried to bend the corner, nigga wasn't going nowhere. Nigga was spinning right there in the middle of the street, shout. Oh, shit, Cook. Goddamn. Oh, shit, shoulder, Cook. Hey, Cook, we got the goddamn miniature car here, shout. What the fuck going on, Cook? Only in Cleveland, shout. Cook, that bitch running. Oh, shit, he sliding that bitch, shout, Cook. That bitch running off of 3 AAA batteries, shout. That bitch running off of vegetable oil.
Dude, first of all, that tiny car is hilarious. Second of all, congratulations, Miss Jess. Congratulations. The person who has been giving her flack, giving her guff for so long, okay, is going to jail. Fuck him. Good for you, dude. That's a win. Her abuser, this fucking piece of shit. He's going to jail. Fuck him. Bye. Bye, Felicia. Tell him bye. Have fun in there, loser. Okay, I won't. I'll try not to. I'm gonna non-consensually wrench some of you one day. Don't worry. It'll happen soon. This is great news. Great news. Laura's starting her job. Okay. Jess is getting that sweet, sweet judicial revenge. All right. And the day crew, it's when I'm in the day. It's dad in the daytime. It's dad in the day. It just happens sometimes. Sometimes the schedule has to flip. All right, here's what we got. Darlene, you didn't miss anything because look, we got new vids. We got hot new vids, okay? This one I really think you're gonna like. This is me saying hello to Turd. And that's my final statement to the court. Okay? That's all I have to say about that. Hey, RIP to your tortoise, Roasted Bean. They're so cute. I love that that's the noise that they make. Yeah, it's a tortoise. They can say meh. Yeah, I do think it might be masturbating. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I love that sound. So whatever it's doing, keep it up, little turt. Very cute. Very cute. Here's another one I thought you guys would enjoy. Okay, I need to talk about this. I call this the sky potato. Let me explain. It is 99.9% a hoax. I would say 100, but I know some of you guys believe in lore and horoscopes and the tarot and, you know, aliens and all kinds of shit that maybe I don't believe in, but this one, as silly as it was, for a second, I let my mind drift because Dad was a little cheaped when I saw this. And I thought, well, what if, you know? Why always be the party pooper? Why do we got to let facts and reality get in the way? Let's pretend this is real for a second. If so, very cool, very spooky. Do you guys remember? I'm going to preface with this. Do you remember a video a long time ago? And it was an Argentinian, I believe it was Argentina. It was a kid, might have been from, I don't remember. It could have, I can't remember exactly where. Argentina is where I think it was, but it could have been Portuguesa. But it was a little boy, and he's doing a news interview, and the mom's like, he has a fucking demon in him, in another language. She's like, he's got a fucking demon. He's got a poltergeist, is what they kept calling it. It was poltergeist in their language. And in the middle of this interview, it's as if someone grabbed a kid's foot and just dragged him really fast across the room. But there's nothing there. And the kid just flies off this chair. And it went super viral for a long time. People were like, oh my God. Like, oh yeah, then explain this, you know? So it came out later that it was all bullshit. It was set up, you know? But then people were saying, no, it's not bullshit because they were on the news. And then a news article came out, like a news piece. And it's like a newscaster talking. And in the middle of that, this kid starts getting chucked around by nothing. And it's not like liar, liar, I'm beating my own ass. It's not like that. Like this kid is getting flung around by nothing. But it looks like literally like someone is grabbing him by the foot and legs and flinging him. It's something that I don't think the human body can do on its own. So it was very spooky. It was extra like, oh God. Well, then it came out way later that was all a setup too, that wasn't a real news report. It was literally these folks in a third world country who had a phone and they were like, let's fucking do a hoax. And I thought, whoa, wow, that happens, I guess. And there's a ton of them. And if you go on Reddit, you see like, you know, a lot of paranormal sites and stuff. Yeah, like the news doesn't lie, Darlene says. But people really were like, no, because it really did look, I mean, I saw it. It looked real. It looked very spooky. But, you know, I'm one of those we'll wait and see type of people. So this has been going around on the internet a lot. It's gotten very big on TikTok, like very big. And now people are starting to pick it apart on X and on Reddit. And there's all these different theories. But essentially, I'm going to show it to you. I call this sky potato. All right. I don't normally show shit like this on my channel. But just like Shiloh Hill with the Schumann, sometimes it's fun to have an imagination. And sometimes, you know, this is one of those things that blurs the line of kayfabe. If it wasn't so, I don't know. I think it's maybe a little ridiculous, but also at the same time, I'm sitting there going, this would be crazy if it was real. Like, other things have happened in the world that maybe were kind of similar. I mean, I don't know how to explain this. I'll just show it to you. But I'm just saying, take it with a grain of salt. I'm not reporting this as a fact, basically, is what I want you to know. I just think this is a fun watch. But also, I'm curious, I mean, I personally think this is a whole setup and hoax, but it is very well done with the advent of AI stuff. Well, the prevalence, I should say, of AI. It's more than likely, like, definitely, in my opinion, but it's fun to think about. And I'm sure that some of you might actually think it's real. And I'm not going to hate you for it because it is very well done. And if it is real, how do we get the fuck off Earth? Because this scares me. I call this Sky Potato. Please enjoy.
This is an update in regards to the meteorite that crash landed in Panama, and the man who found a piece of it, Ken, had been experimenting on the rock, and now something is growing out of it. And the thing is getting bigger after he exposed it to sunlight. And the reason why I'm sharing these next several videos is, one, I wanted to show you the site of where he found it, and he goes back there at night to show you that the spot that it crash landed actually is glowing with pieces, remnants of it. My question, was there a bigger piece? And if there was, where is it and who has it? Now, fast forward to current day, within the last 24 hours, he is still piecing and parting out this thing and sending it across the world. For those who are saying this has been debunked, it has not been debunked. For those who think that this is fake, I honestly don't think the situation is fake. Otherwise, if it was, he wouldn't be parting it out and sending it to everyone, because he would rapidly be called a fraud. But the danger of what he's doing has world ramifications. And it's also curious to note that he now has to black out all of the windows and doors in his house as to not let sunlight in, because this thing keeps growing. I'm going to continue to follow this story and post videos as we're updated. Take a look at this, comment below, tell me what you think.
No me explico esto. Díganme ustedes, ¿qué podría hacer? No sé qué material es esto, increíble. Esto me está asustando ya. Me está asustando. Yo no puedo creer esto. No tiene una explicación que yo sepa del lugar donde cayó el meteorito. Es algo increíble. Bueno, yo tenía rato que no venía aquí de noche. Y no sabía que esto estaba así. ¿Más? Aquí en esta casa, lo malo es que no salí en todo el día y no tengo que tener todo tapado porque aquí no puede entrar la luz. Acuérdense que la luz se alimenta de esa cosa que está creciendo.
All right. So what you just saw was the most recent update. Essentially a Faraday bag. So just a little explanation. first I'm going to show you this. Well, I'll do the explanation, then I'll show you this. Okay, so meteorite crash lands in a dude's yard. He says it's a meteorite. He like walks up on it with his family, with his phone in Panama, and they're going to say where in a minute. And it's on fire, and you're going to see all that. And they wet it, and then the guy picks it up with his hands, which is fucking crazy and a choice. And then it's kind of him documenting what he does with it. Now, what you just saw, he was taking bits of it and putting it in these bags to mail off to, CDC, research places all over the world, scientists, people who asked him for pieces. He claims he had reported it, right? And he just put it in his house after he cleaned it off, and he claims that that's what it started doing. Ridiculous, right? Here is the first video that came out when people were asking for proof. And a lot of people are picking this apart. And oddly, a lot of video editors, I'm very interested. I'm going to hit up Abby and ask her. Yes, that is the meteorite, he's saying. Now, let me show you the first video, which I wish she would have included this in her news report. But I just wanted to play you that one because that's the most recent one. And now here's the first one. Ready?
¿Fue eso? ¿Qué fue? Wow, ¿eso qué es? ¿Ken, corre? Ven a ver. ¿Ken? Más agua. Está frío, no está tan grande. ¿Sabes cuánto debe valer esto? Todo en las redes sociales que parece una papa, que era algo de hormigas, que esto cayó del cielo. El meteorito ha cambiado de color y me di cuenta que destruye todo lo que es planta. No se puede acercar a una planta porque... Miren ustedes. Cuando uno le pone algo con vida, como por ejemplo esta hoja de piedra, no sé de dónde vendrá, de qué galaxia. Les voy a enseñar algo de otro mundo. Aquí en el lugar donde cayó el meteorito hace varios días, cuando yo apago la luz, miren cómo se ve. Es algo totalmente increíble. Si algo me preocupa es que algún día se desprenda de la roca. Pero por ahora no. Por ahora le mantengo su crecimiento paralizado, pues no lo dejo tomar mucha luz. Cuando toma luz solar, crece. Por eso que lo mantengo en la oscuridad. Esto no se alimenta, esto no respira, esto no toma agua. Solamente lo que recibe energía es como de la luz. Ha crecido bastante. Ha cambiado de color. Ya ha crecido bastante. A pesar que no lo he sacado al sol, ya ha crecido bastante y puedo sacar pedazos y se lo puedo enviar. No puedo dormir, pero no me siento tampoco que agotado. Lo que quiero es que se mueva bastante. Es que a veces cuando se mueve bastante.
So anyway, Panama seems cool. That's fun. I watched that thing wiggle and move for about 15 minutes because there was a longer video of it just sitting there moving. Not muted. Shut up, Hibba. Never mind. Pronk. So what do you think? I'm thinking potato or crab, like Sherlock. Good pick, good pick. Others are saying mold. Most are saying just fake, just someone doing a hoax, going to extreme lengths. I agree. Hoax mixed with potato or crab, I could see that. But also, how wild would it be to find out you've been partsing out a crab? And also, why was the ground glowing? That was pretty weird. But also, if it's not a sky potato and if it's not a sky crab, and let's say if it was a meteorite with weird particles on it, don't touch it like with your hands. Don't do that. And also, don't poke it with a stick. Don't water it. Don't put leaves on it. Call the police and say, can you come get this sky potato or this crab that fell in my yard? But don't touch it. So what do you guys think? That's just one of those that's so crazy. I'm like, this is so goofy as fuck. But also, I feel like the kids would really like it. Fireworks snake? Okay. I mean, it looked pretty gross. It looked like some shit that you order at a barbecue place, and then you're like, this doesn't have a bun. What is this? Bet it tastes like chicken. Krabby Patties? Okay. Never call the authorities? No, I would. I'd be like, there's an alien, kill it. Get it out of here. I don't want it in my house. It's scaring the Hoogan. So anyway, that's Sky Potato 1. That's what I call that. By the way, Fred is a witch now. Fredrickson is a witch. Here you go. It's time for Fred and Marcus updates, and then we're going to get to the point.
What is Fredrickson wearing, dude? What is he wearing? What is that?
He's ready to do a bike stunt.
Absolutely, man.
You are not doing stunts. Are you serious?
Just let me in.
You can't drive.
Money.
I don't see the fucking problem.
No, ma'am. Chief said
Oh
no,
my
man.
God.
Wait for the chief. Thank you.
All right, Fredrickson.
Like,
You
no,
better be
they
careful.
call me ma'am, like, it's
What
so
the hell?
Chief.
I have no idea how the fuck he's doing that, dude. Who taught him witchcraft?
Who are you spending your time with?
He's really not that bad, I swear. Like, he's a good guy. He gets in trouble, but it's not his fault. It's because he forgets.
How am I
It's because he
supposed to know
forgets.
that, Rob?
He's
Mom-
literally scratching the glass outside.
Oh my god!
He's just lost. This is just what happens. Mom, can you stop wearing thongs like that? By the way, like, come on, Mom. You're in your 40s. Hey, Marcus, you're scaring my mom.
Robert, I shit myself.
Marcus, you don't wear pants. If you shit, it just falls on the floor, doesn't it?
Oh.
Just rub your like your butt on the grass. I don't know. Like, what is Fredrickson wearing, dude? What is he wearing? What is
He's
that?
ready to do a bike stunt.
Absolutely, man.
You are not doing stunts. Are you serious?
Just let me in. I just
You
think
can't
We need
drive.
money.
I don't see the fucking problem.
No, ma'am. Chief said
Oh
no,
my
man.
God.
Wait for the chief. Thank you.
All right, Fredrickson.
Like,
You
no,
better be
they
careful.
call me ma'am, like, it's
What
so
the hell?
Chief.
I have no idea how the fuck he's doing that, dude. Who taught him witchcraft? Dude, Marcus, Donnie G just got shot, Marcus. He just got shot. He's dead. Yeah, they got him, dude. Look. He's right here.
The police are here.
We were going to brush our teeth together, Robert.
What? You and Donnie G?
Think about the toothpaste we could have bought.
Oh, man.
Colgate Total Whitening, Robert.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. He just got shot, dude. He's gone. Uh-oh, the police are here.
I can't believe you've done this. I can't see her, though, because they blocked me. But I'm pretty sure you're there. I can't believe you've done this. Marcus.
Dude.
It's like over here somewhere.
Marcus didn't do it. Marcus did not do it. Why are you beating up his... Why are you beating up his daughter? Marcus, Marcus, you blocked the police. They can't arrest you because you blocked them, Marcus. Marcus, you blocked the police officer.
Marcus, you're there. He's invisible.
Don't shoot him. Just take him in. Just take him in. Marcus, just concede yourself.
Take me away.
Yeah, they are, Marcus. Oh God, I'm sorry, man.
Oh no, not the tractor beam.
Alright guys, you grab him. I can't see him. You guys
They
grab
got
him.
me.
You're going to fucking jail, Marcus. I don't know what's happening. Yeah.
Why is he flying?
Marcus, you fucking do it. You're going to jail, okay? You're going to fucking jail, Marcus.
Marcus, no! He's going to jail. No.
Yeah.
Oh God.
A budget.
You're going to jail, Marcus.
Though.
Sorry, Marcus blocked you, man. I'm really sorry.
Where he is. What do I do?
No, they're taking him away, dude. He's gone.
Robert, help. Robert, help.
What? Did you become a cardboard cutout of yourself?
They've turned me into a $45 cardboard cutout.
Okay, come in. Let's try to figure this out. Come on.
I haven't been flattened.
Okay,
What have they done to me?
I don't know, man. I have no idea. We'll see if we can fix it. Hey, guys!
Yeah, it's antisocial. It's a fucking robot.
Think my kidneys can function in this state, Robert.
Guys, Marcus became a cardboard cutout. Does anyone know how to fix this?
Well, it becomes two-dimensional. You must give him an additional dimension. You must give him the D to fix him.
I have to give him the D?
You have to give him a D because he's two-dimensional to get him to be 3D again. It's rather simple stuff, Robert.
All right, Marcus, we gotta get.
You're so smart.
We gotta get you a D.
It, Robert.
Yeah, I'm not.
D, so you can't.
I'm not giving you the D, Marcus.
Robert,
why are you approaching me?
Do you still have erectile dysfunction?
I knew it.
I don't have it, Mom.
I know
swear to
it's been
God.
hard on you recently.
Well, if I did have erectile dysfunction, it wouldn't be hard. For one, and for
Sorry,
two.
I didn't mean to say hard.
Yeah, thanks. I don't have any problems down there. Okay, I swear.
Apologies for being sensitive.
Mom, guys, I swear he's just being silly. He's just making
I
jokes.
know it gets to you sometimes.
I heard about his erectile dysfunction. I didn't.
The erectile dysfunction, that is.
Marcus, can we fix your issue? You're two-dimensional.
You got it real bad, don't you?
I'm fine. I'm perfectly
Go to the doctor
fine.
about it, Rob.
I don't need to go to a doctor. I'm fine. All right. Sorry.
Maybe we can prescribe you pills.
Please don't yell.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
My
I'm sorry.
ears.
What ears?
You're making me sad.
Okay, sorry. Black X-Con, can you give him a D so he could turn into three-dimensional again?
I'll find one, I guess. What the fuck is a D? Hey, Marcus.
Robert.
Oh, hey Marcus.
Hello?
Hi, Mom. This is Marcus. He's
I crashed the New York Stock Exchange from the upstairs computer.
on my computer. Marcus, did you use a VPN? Marcus, did you use a VPN? Marcus, did you use a VPN? Did you use a VPN?
Number.
Oh no, that means no.
Nah.
Okay. Marcus. I'm just saying, we're having a family get together right now, and you are a wanted felon. Mom, he's really nice. Trust me, he really is a good guy.
Who is this in my house?
That's Marcus. He's my friend. That's my mom, Marcus.
Wanted felon? Hello?
I'm Marcus.
Yeah, I know. You're supposed to be introducing yourself to my mom, not to me.
Bro, I don't know how I feel about a wanted felon in my home.
No, he's really not bad. He's really not bad. Yeah, I know, Marcus. I know we've met before. We're really good friends. We hang out all the time. At least I think we are. Are we? Do you consider us good friends?
Do you like needles?
Not necessarily.
Like the pokey kind.
No, I know
Not
what
the
kind.
round kind.
No, I assumed that you met that kind. I don't no, I don't think so.
They're kind of spiky.
Yeah, no, I get it. Do you like needles? Are you poking my mom?
How dare you? Hands off our mother.
Not really.
Trust me, you do not want to fight him. He will kill you instantly. Marcus? Marcus, do you want to join us for dinner? Do you want to join us for dinner?
I'm going to the bus stop. I'll be back.
Okay, should we save you a plate?
You know what? I don't care.
All the plates for you.
Hello.
Hey, so did you want me to save you a plate for dinner? You kind of forgot where you were. You're getting old, Marcus. Oh my God, you knocked yourself. Marcus, be careful out there, man. Oh God, he's gonna have trouble getting up. Marcus, no, Marcus, come on. Just grab onto the door. Just grab onto the door. Just grab onto the door. Yeah, there you go. Now pull yourself up. That's good. Now put your legs down. Now put your legs down onto the. No, Marcus. Gravity doesn't work that way. You gotta put your legs down. You're flying. I don't even understand how you're doing this. Marcus. Should I save you a plate of dinner? Holy.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Ow! He knocked me down. Oh, he closed the door. Oh my God.
Yeah, so great question, HIPAA. It's Russian and Polish that they're speaking in the background. Now, Fredrickson, a little backstory, which I might just make a Fredrickson compilation to explain his whole backstory, but he is Robert's cousin, right? And he's a little fat alligator who got kicked out of his babushka's house in Poland, or he left because he needed to get a job and become a man. So he goes with Robert on a bunch of dates and leaves Poland because Fredrickson is a Polish alligator with a babushka who lived with a bunch of invalids. And so Robert takes him in and he announces, "This is my Polish cousin Fredrickson." Everybody falls in love with him. He ends up meeting another alligator and making a bunch of alligator babies pretty immediately on date one. And then kind of starts doing a lot of stunts. Like he steals a bicycle at one point. He pulls a piece and chunks a bunch of toy cars at Marcus. He gets stuck in a dryer. He steals a helicopter. He becomes the official driver, but he can't drive. So he just wrecks the golf cart all the time. Then he starts doing stunts where he starts dressing. Well, actually, before that, he becomes a stripper. And he has an all black onesie with a red bow tie, and he strips to Pony by Genuine on his birthday. Eventually, like the alligators are stealing too much food from the strip club, so they get kicked out. Fredrickson starts appearing in the gas station. That's where he pulls the piece for the first time. He actually pulls his piece out quite a bit, and by that I mean a gun. Then after that, he becomes a driver again, keeps wrecking the golf cart some more. I think actually that's when he hijacks a helicopter. Helicopter comes later. Okay. Then at a certain point, Fredrickson starts hanging around a lot of jails and puts on that little Evel Knievel outfit on a speed dating adventure where he falls in love with a mute gimp. Then he starts floating around on a broom, and that's where we're at. I absolutely love him. He's my favorite character. I think he's better than Marcus. It's just my opinion. I know it's controversial. I'm sorry. He did do good with the helicopter for a little bit. He actually started to get pretty good at the golf cart and driving, but then for some reason they took him off that task. And isn't that exactly just crazy, Jen? Isn't that just like life? Once you get good at something, they're like, okay, here's something else to trouble you. It's like, well, I just learned that. So Fredrickson's kind of all of us. He gets on the bike. He falls off because he's too fat. That's me. Like, I get that. I can relate to Fredrickson a lot. Having said that Marcus is Marcus, and there's no real way to explain it. But my personal favorite video is when Fredrickson and Marcus meet and they just start chunking toy cars at each other and threatening each other. And then after Fredrickson pulls his gun, Marcus apologizes, and then they have a bit of a moment, which I guess is also a theme in a lot of modern pornography, where they both get stuck in a dryer at a separate time. So that's very funny. Other than that, yeah, it's VR. I don't know how to explain it, but it's incredible. I'm very obsessed with the story of Marcus and Fredrickson, more so Fredrickson, but I feel like one can't exist without the other, and I don't know why or how to explain that. Other than that, congrats to Robert for hitting 1 million subscribers. I'm loving it. I follow the VR chat spaces that he creates and stories that he creates with these characters and others, like Jimbo James, who is a felon. And Donnie G's dead now. So whoa, that was a big one. I follow this. To me, this is like this is like wrestling. It's just as entertaining sometimes. And sometimes even more, you know? So it's a whole new form and a whole new medium and a whole new way to make comedy. And I'm here for it. I feel like we broke it on the ground floor because when we started watching this on this channel, I think Robert had like 100 subscribers. And now he's got like 1 million. So I'm very excited. It's passions. You're right, Turd. Turd's right. It's passions. We have one more. I think this is the one where he fights the cabinet, AJ. If not, I did not download it. Before we play that, can I show you a big moose? Can I show you a big moose? Do you guys mind? Are you into moose stuff? Because I find moose to be very fascinating. And this is the biggest moose in Alaska, according to this guy. I don't know if it's true. I didn't do the Osint. I just went, oh my God, moose. And then I freaked out a little. So what do you guys think?
Look at this big fella here. Wow, Kalia, look at him. He's huge. Hey there, bud. Hey there, bud. You gotta... No, I'm not gonna touch it. Hey there, bud. Hey there, got a beer there, bud, huh? You just gonna send it? Yeah? Okay. You just gonna send it there, eh, bud? Huh?
Dude, the Canadian accent is one to behold, dude. I'd be holding on to it. I love it so much. Hey there, bud. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. Look at that fucking moose, bud. Bud, pal, chief. I love it. Bud is the Canadian pal in chief. It is so funny. And I feel like a boot is like we have y'all in Texas and you guys have a boot in all of Canada. I love it so much. No one played the moose flute, but now you're giving me ideas. Stop it. That's a great idea. Put the moose flute over the moose. Damn. Fuck. Man, that would have been great months ago. Damn. Either way, what do you guys think? Moose on a mish? Moose on a mission? Mission moose? Can we play it again? Can we look at that moose again? That is a huge fucking moose.
Look at this big fella here. Wow,
you're right,
Kalia, look at him. He's huge.
I apologize,
hey there, bud. Hey there, bud. You gotta...
Hey there, bud. Jesus, that's a big fucking moose.
Hey there, bud.
What do you think that weighs?
Hey there, got a beer there, bud, huh? You just gonna send it? Yeah?
My bad in the voice of Marcus. My bad.
Okay.
Dude, look at that moose. Right? Jesus.
You just gonna send it there, eh, bud? Huh?
Hey, bud, you're just gonna set it there. You just gotta set it there, eh, bud? Dude, why was his mirror broken? What happened to that guy's mirror? Why doesn't he fix it? I gotta look again. I'm sorry. 3 times a moose video. Dylan, have you seen? Oh, he's got a headphone on. Fuck, I want to show him this big ass moose.
Look at.
Do you guys remember there was I think it was a Family Guy where there's a moose and he's holding a sign that says, Will do moose stuff. Like he's like a homeless moose. It says we'll do moose stuff. And then Peter's like, define moose stuff. And then he's like, whatever you want it to mean. He's like, get in. Something like that. I remember thinking moose stuff was so funny. But now I'm looking at this moose. I'm also thinking of like those golfers, right? Putting the golf video over this. Moose, mice, meese, I don't know. Such weird looking animals. There's a moose on the loose about this hoose. Ooh, fuzzy loose. Writing fucking raps chopped and screws.
Look at this big fella here.
Look at this big fella here.
Wow.
Imagine someone in your family has a fat baby and then you put this voiceover.
Look at this big fella here. Wow, Kalia, look at him. He's huge. Hey there, bud. Hey there, bud. You gotta... No, I'm not gonna touch you. Hey there, bud. Hey there, got a beer there, bud, huh? You just gonna send it? Yeah? Okay. You just gonna send it there, eh, bud? Huh?
Dude, how much do you think that a moose weighs? I have no idea. Yeah, that moose has shit to do. That moose is on its way somewhere. And it can't be bothered. Legs for days, dude, for sure. He does have shit to do. Leave him the fuck alone, right? His fur is very shiny. Were the guys who made the nature video from Canada? What nature video? Which one? Which one? My day starts in 3 hours. Love all around. I can't wait. Is it a boy? I don't know. I didn't look at the moose dick. The moose cack? Dude, I got to show Jessica now. That's the punchline to her favorite joke that her friend used to tell her, but we can't remember the premise ever. Moose cack. He weighs 132 Fredericksons. That sounds about right. Moose is on the loose. Nature? Yeah, I don't know what she means, but I like that word. That's very funny. Nature. Also, legs for days on a moose is very sassy. Ooh, I like your new profile picture. Cute. Yeah, that moose is huge, dude. How many moose fucking... Are you talking about the dad that's really excited? Or are you talking about moose soup? Or are you talking about moose turds? The moose turd necklaces. Where she's like talking about moose turds. The moose soup lady. Get in the house. I made some moose soup. I know about that. Nature. That's funny. I'll look it up. Send it to me. That's the oblivious in my name. There are some things that are very obvious that everyone knows about that I don't know about. But if you need to know very specific, senseless, useless shit, I can help you. Okay, we have one more video and then we get to the point. It's a 3-minute. It's the last Marcus update. I think it's the one Sherlock requested, but I'm probably wrong. Here we go.
The cabinet is incorrect.
It's incorrect. It's just incorrect. What's wrong with it? It looks fine to me.
It's making me mad.
Is it that little green shade on it? Is that what's making you mad about it?
I am mildly irritated, Robert.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. Tell me how you want me to fix the cabinet, and I'll fix the cabinet.
Irritated.
Okay, well, tell me how to fix the cabinet, and I'll fix it.
Quite irritated.
I understand, Marcus. I'm irritated because you're irritated. So how are we going to fix this?
I'm going to go remove South Carolina.
The state? The entire state of South Carolina? No, Marcus, come back. Marcus, you can't do that. Marcus, are you holding the door closed? I can't.
No, man.
He's done this.
I'd find a hiding spot, man. Marcus is pissed.
Robert.
Yeah.
South Carolina is gone.
Like it's already gone, or it's gonna be gone?
Forever.
Forever. The whole state of South Carolina is just gone.
Yes.
In the time span of the 4 seconds I didn't see you, you removed South Carolina, and now you're in my plants. Marcus, I told you not to hide in the plants.
Don't yell at me.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's just, you
I'm sensitive.
You deleted South Carolina. I mean, that's pretty serious felon, Marcus. Marcus.
Yes, it's gone.
Come here, Marcus. Oh my God. Why did you delete South Carolina?
Robert.
Yeah.
I was irritated.
Because of the cabinet? I mean, I could just buy a new cabinet.
Moderately irritated.
Okay, so what happens if you get really mad? Then what are you gonna do? Where are you going? Where are you going? Marcus, it was a rhetorical question. It was a rhetorical question. Where are you going? Oh, God. There he goes. Gracefully flying off. What a noble creature he is.
I wonder if that's like what it feels like as a parent to see your kid go to college. Like, is that what Mia felt when he went into the dorm room and she was leaving to say bye? Was it like Marcus floating up into the sky? If you could float away from any conversation from this point in your life to prior, so from the day you were born until this very moment, if you could float away from any conversation, try to think back to which one it would be. I think it would have been the time this guy who was younger than me was trying to like explain some shit to me that he was wrong about at my last service industry job, probably like, I don't know, a decade ago now. I don't know. I think it was like a decade. Like, I took a side job just to make some extra skrill at a coffee shop. And I remember this kid trying to explain to me some shit about bean roasting that I already knew. And I'm like, I would have floated away then, that very moment. But there's also several bad online dates prior to meeting Dylan that I would have floated away on. And at least 2 conversations with friends. Anyway, I love that he can float. I did see one of you guys mention North and South Carolina, South Virginia. I used to call it wet Virginias. And then, I just called it that because it's basically like being in West Virginia, but it's wet. There's like more water. There's beaches I didn't know about. So I call those the wet Virginias. There's the lower one and there's the upper one. You can only choose one conversation. Think about it. How many times you want to fly? You are a big fucking bird. You're all big fucking birds. But I'm not saying fly. I'm saying float. Like non-consensual float. Like the wind takes you up. You are Marcus. You are in the sky. You can't control it. You're like, no. But also kind of like, yes, fucking finally. There's a really good movie we watched. Maybe it was a show. I don't remember. But it was the guy from Nathan For You, Nathan Fielder, and Emma whatever. And they, the one with the big old eyes. And he's getting sucked up to the sky like Marcus is. It's very funny. If you think about it, getting sucked up into the sky would be very inconvenient. If you're trying to do so, like if you're trying to do shit around the house, and then you just you're on the roof. It'd be terrible. Actually, being on a roof isn't terrible. Being on a roof is actually pretty great. And no one better to show you how fun it is than, I don't know, a big boy.
Get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Big boy ain't been on the roof. Never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Big boy boy ain't lay on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy grill on the roof. Never seen a big boy grill on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy grill on the roof. Big boy grilling on the roof. Big boy grilling on the roof. Big boy ain't grilling on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Big boy ain't climbing on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Huh? How you do it like that? Damn, you got tools on your back. Climbing on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Oh shit, big boy get loose. Oh shit, big boy get loose. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never, oh shit, he's falling on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy hop on the roof. How you do it like that? Oh shit, you just like a back. Oh shit, pick up your back. Oh, I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Get on the roof. Get on the roof. Get your ass out the roof. Get your ass back out the roof. I ain't never see a big boy leap on the roof. Get the big ass on.
Also, welcome, Darcy. Good to see you here. Also, yeah, get a tea, Claudia, because it's time to pull up. Okay, guys. We're starting now. Naturally, since we're talking about something that is a disaster or a tough or maybe a sore subject, but we're talking about it in a way that is, you'll see, it's going to be good. We could do some good maybe to help a thing. All right. But just to make sure that we stay on track, Laura's going to hate this. I'm sorry, Laura, but we got it. We got to do a cleanse.
It's time to remove my chihuahua's demon. This time is going to work. Juan Calamera, azúcar, Juan Calamera, azúcar, a la víbora de la mar, por aquí pueden pasar, los de adelante corren mucho y los de atrás se quedarán.
Hoy, mi amor, hasta el perro no te quiere.
Ya está hecho el hechizo. Ahora sí. ¡Újule! Listo.
Ahorita va a volar.
El perro se asustó. Para que vean. Ya está, mija, el hechizo hecho para todos los que no me quieren.
All right. So there you go. We are cleansed. All right. So we're now going to start the point. Before I pull up the screen, I want to know, does this phrase mean anything to anyone? Because I'm very curious if anyone knows about this. And you will know when I say the phrase. I want you to put a 1 in the chat. Okay, a 1 in the chat if you know the phrase Tomato Nation. Or if you know the website, tomatonation.com, or blog, if you will. So 1's in the chat if you have. Go ahead and toss a 2 in there if you've never heard of it. I'm very interested to see. Let's see. We're going to watch chat. Let's see what's going on in here. 1's in the chat if you've heard of Tomato Nation. 2 if you don't know anything about it. So we got a lot of 2s. Okay. Random Brockton Horror hasn't heard about it. Wow. Jen didn't. Okay. Reggie hasn't. Cindy, girl, right? Oh, damn. Okay. So great. That means this is going to be very new for you guys. And a fresh set of eyes is what I think this needs. Darcy hasn't. Okay. Tish. All right. Excellent. Sassy hasn't. Great. This is good. This means fresh eyes. No, don't feel dumb. This is a good thing. See, if all of you knew about it, then that means all of you probably looked into it before, and then you're gonna be like, fuck, there's nothing to see here, or I tried. We need new eyes. All right. So I wish I would have done this on September 11th, but I thought this was already concluded. Okay. I thought this was solved. I had seen somebody mention, don't say, what? What is it? Concrete Jungle, Wet Dream Tomato Nation. That's pretty funny. Fucking turd. Okay. So here's the deal. I wanted to do this on September 11th Once I found out about it, it was after September 11th. I can't time travel, okay? And if I could, it would be expensive. So, unfortunately, I did think this was solved. Otherwise I would have brung this to you. Brung this? What, bitch? No, not brung. Brought this to you a long time ago. This would have immediately been one of our first Osint adventures together, all right? But had no idea that a Reddit post I saw a long time ago, like I'm talking like 6 or 7 years ago, people were saying, nah, it's been handled, right? Then this post pops up on Reddit recently, and I see, oh my God, this is still an open investigation. Interesting. Not official, like not by the government or by law enforcement, but you'll see. So I want to start at the beginning, okay? And sorry, I have something in my throat. All right, let's do this. All right, I'm ready to go. Oops, sorry. Okay, so we're going to start back September 11th, 3 days after it's over. Okay, people go home who survived. Claudia, you put a 3. I don't even know what that. You're hilarious. Brog is correct. Thank you. Excellent. People come home, those who survived, right? Now, at the time, it's 2001. Blogging was not super hot, but it was the hottest it's been. You know what I mean? Like, blogging was new. Not a ton of people did it, but it was starting to pick up. It's kind of like how they just started Threads and people are starting to catch on. How Twitter took years for people to get on board, and now it's just a rabid hate machine. Blogging was kind of after MySpace and LiveJournal. There was a period in time where it was just called online journaling, and then it became blogging when people started making points and becoming citizen journalists, if you will. Some people just have stories. Some people used it as a diary. Some people, it was a combination. Blogging has now become kind of a thing everybody has on their website, or there's a form of it, right? But in 2001, it was WordPress, Blogger, that was all starting to come out, right? So, or at least it was on the horizon. So imagine you're in 9/11, you escape, and you start a blog because you want to find someone who helped you. That's the position Sarah D. Bunting was in. And on September 14th, 2001, about an hour after noon, 12:58 p.m., she submitted a blog to Tomato Nation, which is kind of like a collective, if you will, of blogs under Stories True and Otherwise. So there's forums and there's blogs. There's also collectives, or zines, as they once called them, where it was different strangers all blogging together. So this is hers. This is real. And this came out 3 days after September 11th. Okay, I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to make it real big. I'm going to try not to sneeze. Hold on. Okay, here we go. This is For Thou Art With Us. I didn't really want to go downtown in the first place. I had to speak on a breakfast panel, but I didn't feel very well, and I didn't like my outfit so much. And I briefly considered bagging it and going back to bed. I mean, since when do I get up at 6:45? Since never. That's when. I like the way she writes. But as so often happens, my ego prevailed, and I caught a cab down to the financial district. We didn't see much traffic heading down the FDR Drive, which made a pleasant change, and I jumped out at 55 Broad Street at 8:15 a.m. and headed upstairs for some pre-panel coffee. Fast forward an hour. I'm in the middle of mentally composing yet another studded sentence of impossible convolution about perspectives in content valuation. Yeah, no kidding. I don't know what I meant either. In response to a point Omar Wasow had just made, when there's a loud bang from outside that makes my coffee cup jump on the table. We look out the window. We figure it's a big truck going over one of the giant metal plates Con Ed put down in the street all the time. We shrug. We keep talking. A runner comes in. The moderator steps outside with the runner while Bob Ponce is talking about streaming media. And she comes back in a moment later to tell us that a suicide bomber has landed a plane on top of the World Trade Towers. And do we want to continue? I lean into the microphone to say that it's probably not that important that we keep on about content subscriptions on the web, all things considered. And if anyone has any questions, they can catch us at the coffee urn on the way out. The group breaks up. There's a small talk. The moderator grabs a giant plate of bagels and we head for the elevator. Down on the street, Bob and I say goodbye to the moderator. Bob's a reporter, and he wants to get closer to the towers and see what's going on. I have no discernible common sense, so I follow him. I don't go to the part of town very often, even when I live there full time, maybe twice a year. So I ask Bob if the streets are usually this busy at 9:45 in the morning. It depends, but, well, actually, no. We hang a left onto Exchange Place and see clusters of blue-jacketed traders on the streets. I observe that 15 minutes after the opening bell, there's no way those guys should be outside. This has to be bad, I say. Bob agrees with me. We come up to the rise to the corner where a crowd of people is gathered, all looking up, and the towers come into view. The South Tower closest to us on the left. Oh man, we both say, Jesus Christ, and this is not good. This is not good at all. This is fucking bad. So dumb, so dull. We sounded like frat boys when the keg is dry, but there's nothing else we can say about what we've got in front of us. In front of us, high above us, the South Tower has a huge hole torn through it. A burning, screaming maw with thick black smoke pouring out. Occasionally, flames lick up the corner of the twisted mouth of the hole and then retreat, only to reappear on the other side. It doesn't seem real. It doesn't seem real and serious at first, actually, until I remember just how big the building is, how many stories high, and that the hole must therefore cover 12 stories at least. This isn't the kind of history I want to be present at, I say lamely to Bob. Me neither, he says. We try to figure out what happened from what the crowd is saying. A 767, one woman says, not looking up from the camcorder. Two of them just slammed right into the damn thing, a man offers. We continue to stand there staring up. Papers and debris flutter down against the sharp blue of the sky, kind of like a really horrible leaflet drop. Bob and I watch, almost amused, as more people come up to the corner and have the same double take reaction we did. Oh, it's not going to be that bad. A plane can't just fly into the, oh my holy God, look at that shit. More people come to stand with us on the corner. People walk out into the street to look. The building on 100 million postcards panned past in establishing shots in 1,000 movies, visible from my bedroom window growing up, has an angry, jagged yell full of twisted steel and fire punched into its side. I don't know what else to do, so I stand there, mouth agape, and I stare at it. It seems like a particularly realistic CGI rendering in a movie trailer. I try to get my brain to deal with what my eyes are telling it, but it's just not sinking in. And just then a hot fragment of something or other lands on my head. And I duck my head to shake it free. And as I do, I see a shirt cuff gently land on the sidewalk a few feet away. I stare at that too. Dude, look at that. This is seriously, seriously bad, I start to say to Bob, who's digging in his bag for his tape recorder. But I don't have time because I've turned my attention back to the building again. And the building has chosen that moment to die. Everything happens at once. And yet at the same time, somehow nothing happens at all for a second as the building sighs and slumps towards us. And the top section shrugs down into the hole made by the plane. And a ring of debris and ash shoots out from where the hole starts. From the ground, it looks like the top of the building is going to come clean off and fall in our direction. But for 2 full beats, we all just stand there admiring it. It's coming down. But it isn't coming down. Not really. It's not real. We see, of course, but it's not happening. The building isn't coming down. The building can't come down. It wouldn't do that. The ground begins to shake. The building groans deeply, regretfully, almost an apology for its failure to hold. Murrah, the building is dying. The building is sending a wave of dust and detritus? I don't know that word, you guys. And detritus to give us the bad news. And the wave is running through the streets towards us with a sad, choking sigh. Ha! And then all of us at once realize now is the time in the movies when the nameless extras run screaming. So finally, at last, as the building begins its awful death swoon, that's what we do. Well, most of us do. I settle for walking purposefully and get knocked into a mailbox as a result. People flee to nearby buildings, stopping only long enough to grab the elbows of those who have tripped and fallen, pushing others in front of them towards the door, any door. I wind up in a revolving door at the Bank of New York. Squashed into it with 4 other people, we are ejected, stumbling into the lobby as the wave goes by. Ha! More people tumble in behind us, clutching onto each other, coughing, staring at nothing in disbelief. And so we all just stand there, alive, with nowhere to go. A few people cry, but mostly we stare and stare, looking at each other, pacing, shaking our heads, clearing our throats, cursing. Dust starts to fill into the lobby, and the security guard herds us towards the elevator banks, and then away, and then out to the office area, and then away from the windows, and that's when it starts to get hectic and weird. What are we doing? Does anyone know what's going on? I heard there's 7 planes. If that whole thing comes down, we're dead anyway. Where's the vault? We could hide under there, I think. I can't believe this. I just can't believe it. I can't get a goddamn signal. Why can't I get a goddamn signal? Can't they tell us where to go? Jesus, look at that guy. He's practically covered in whatever that stuff is. How do I get an outside line? What's happening? What's happening? For God's sake, what's happening? This is fucked. Totally fucked, man. Did you see that? What do I do? What do I do now? I don't know what to do now. We don't know what we've seen. Even seeing it, we didn't see it. It's like Godzilla. It's like Independence Day, like Deep Impact. It's like the demolition footage of old Vegas hotels. And it's like nothing we've ever seen before, or wanted to see, or thought or dreamed of seeing. It isn't happening. It isn't happening. Nothing's happening. What is happening? We fan out into the offices beside the lobby. There's a smoke alarm going off. Find a phone on a desk that's free and get an outside line and leave a stupid, meaningless message for my brother. I don't know if you know what's going on down here, but I'm at the Bank of New York, and I don't think we're doing lunch today, dude. I'm okay, but I don't know. Try my cell if you get this. It's the most banal voicemail ever under the circumstances, but my mind is on autopilot to the point where I've actually begun wondering where I might find a bathroom and whether they'll let us smoke in here. The view out the windows is non-existent. The wave is still passing us. Dust and ash hiss against them. Minutes pass. Minutes we spend alternating between asking fervent questions and listening very hard. I met a guy named Don. Don just came into the city via the PATH train, World Trade Center Station. It's Don's birthday today. Don and I try to figure out what's going on outside. Don buttonholes a guard. Where should we stand? What's the latest? Where is everyone going? Tell us what you know. Tell us what you don't know. Tell us anything at all. The guard doesn't know anything and has nothing to say. We walk over into the branch lobby, which has cleaner air. The mood is that there is no mood. Null. Flat. Everyone is instinctively clustering together in pairs and groups, some already knowing each other, some just meeting. And Dawn and I decide, without saying so out loud, to stay together. Disaster buddies, so to speak. Don has a soft-sided briefcase and a crisp business suit and a compact build, all of which project an air of neat, good-natured competence. Don laughs at my feeble gallows humor, jokes, and responds with his own. Don looks like Blair Underwood a little bit around the eyes. Don is, in short, pretty normal and nice. And I'd like him anyway, out in the world where we both used to live. So it seems like a good idea to stick with Don. Dawn and I drift around the room, watching people calling frantically, watching a woman sitting quietly on the floor with a cat carrier beside her, watching other people watching us watch them, muttering, listening, praying. A man says a Hail Mary. A radio is found and turned all the way up. We can't hear much over the smoke alarm, but the broadcaster sounds close to tears. We learn about the Pentagon. We learn about other planes. A woman warns us to stay away from the windows where we linger. The stock exchange is back there. I'd get down if I were you. Later, around 10:30, we can see outside now, and a few of us venture to get out the lay of the land. The land is covered with a half inch of dirt and debris. The sky and ground are all the same flat, pinkish beige. Silt is falling. I light a cigarette. It seems wrong to smoke in a way, disrespectful, I guess, but I don't know what else to do with myself. Knots of people stand outside, blaming Saddam, testing out possible bright sides. It's like snowy day in Manhattan. The people hustle down the street, all huddled up against the weather, but with charred papers everywhere and sirens going crazy. It's like The Stand, only the hundreds of us inside left, the occasional police car churring past, kicking up a wake of dust. It's like the blizzard of 96. It's like nuclear winter. It's not like anything. The sky is blank and dusky. Ash sifts down on her shoulders and hair. A night of sorts is falling. The air feels cool. We blink a lot. Another rumble. I don't like the sound of that, I tell Dawn, but laughingly. And why shouldn't I laugh? What else could happen after all? This didn't even happen, even though I saw it. I saw the building die. I heard it moan and give up. So sorry, so angry. Watching it begin to fall, and then turned and walked away without a single thought in my head. I didn't think. I didn't fear for my life. I didn't know what I should do or where. I just turned around and went elsewhere. What else could you do? What else is there? I don't know. I don't even know the last thing I just saw. How many ways can I ask what and not get an answer without laughing? Dawn thinks the rumbling is coming from a dusty motorcycle that is slowly and bizarrely making its way up the street. I choose to believe that, but the rumbling doesn't stop. When the ground starts to shake again, another wave of debris crests over the top of the neighboring building. We bolt back inside. Dawn stuffs me in the door ahead of him, shouting, "Go, go." And I have a crystal clear moment of, oh, please, it's no time to hold doors for the ladies' annoyance in spite of everything. It soon passes, and when we've all gotten safely back inside, I thank him. We turn to look outside, but once again, outside is gone. We wander back into the banks of the desks just off the lobby and hear on the radio that the second tower has now given way. More chatting, more speculating. I leave Dawn near the radio and walk around the lobby, hoping to find a pocket of air where my cell phone will work, but the signal is fine. The system is, it appears, busy. I don't even know who to call really, or why, or what I would say. I'm alive so far? It doesn't matter. No calls go through. The windows remain blank expanses of grainy beige. On our side of the windows, no genuine sense of what has happened, no true reaction of what we hear except to the smoke alarm, which is redundant and stress-causing, and which several of us have begun yelling at, to wit, "Oh yeah, that's helping. Someone turn that shit off." I meet up with Dawn again. We know that both towers have gone down, that it's maybe not over yet, and that the entire lower half of the island is still under a cloud. But the verb to know does not apply here quite. We heard that on the radio and from others in the room. We saw part of it, but we don't know it. I have to take a sip of coffee because I have dry mouth now. Okay, back to the story. How do I know we don't know it? Well, at around 11, when the second wave has ebbed, a shirtless firefighter in the lobby tells us that if we want to leave, we should head for the water. And we head for the water. Passenger planes have come out of nowhere and slammed into giant buildings. Passenger planes have turned the Pentagon into a horseshoe. Thousands have died, gotten crushed while we watched, while we fled, and yet outside we go. No helmets, no masks. I have 3-inch heels on and they don't fit quite right. I can't run, I can't breathe or see very well, and still I decide to go. Well, I don't decide exactly. I just go. I mean, Dawn and I look at each other, and one of us says that it's probably no better inside than out. In the end, and then, shock-addled, Dawn holds the door open for taking leave of the senses me, and we just walk out into it. There's now 1 inch of ash on the ground, burnt papers, depositions, fax cover sheets, annotated minutes, reports with shopping lists scribbled into the margins, bits of cloth, chunks of wood and plastic, mostly, though, dust. Coagulated air. Nothing for it, though. We will go. I pull up my t-shirt over my nose and unholster a Camel Light. Don claps a handkerchief over his nose, and we go. First south, then west. Then we consult my street map. Then we keep going. We don't walk quickly. Others ahead and behind proceed at the same strange zombie-ish pace. We put on our sunglasses to protect our eyes from the dust. Don picks up a piece of paper, idly, just looks at it. After a moment, he drops it as though it's too hot to hold. It's simultaneously eerily quiet and shockingly loud on the street. The whole world is one color, the color of a shadow. A fog of dust hangs low over the streets, London style. After a few minutes, it begins to get lighter and easier to see. The air thins a bit. The occasional police officer waves us towards the FDR drive. They seem casual, businesslike. We walk. We clamber over barriers. I hop awkwardly over a divider. Still, for some reason, concerned about my Mini, even when I feel it on my shoulders. Heat, heaviness. It's the sun. The sun is out. The sun is out? The sun is out. The sun hasn't turned on the TV today. Don and I turn north. The police won't tell us anything, except to keep going north. Once in a while, we have to crowd over to the side and let radio cars through. There's not much talking now, just a column of dusty, rattled, dogged people, 5 or 6 across, trudging uptown, squinting into the distance, trying to figure out where we can go or ought to go. Now and then, Don and I pick up a snippet of the news from a fellow refugee on the road, but we pretty much walk and murmur to each other. We don't say anything memorable. We just walk and hear our own voices and our own shoes on the pavement. I turn to look over my shoulder. It's hot out there on the road, a clear sunny day in the summer. Behind me, night, a pale stormy smoke hangs over the lower end of the island, blowing up from the ground to the west from what remains of the towers. Here, it's today. There, it's not. I turn back around. As we approach the Brooklyn Bridge, a ferry pulls into the pier, calling for passengers to Jersey City. That's where Don lives. We both stop, frowning, and for a moment we just stand there together as others pass us with their heads down, concentrated on going. We don't want to leave each other. Without each other, it's just us by ourselves. It seems strange and worrisome, and I sense that he wants me to go with him so we can stick together still. But I also know that he knows I have to go north and finish the walk. It's important for both of us to get to our homes. All of these thoughts come and go, and we don't say any of them out loud. We shake hands, wish each other the very best of luck, although it's not a day with much of that. Don heads back towards the pier. I turn back to the hill ahead of me. I don't turn around. It's just me now going home. With Don gone, uncomfortable things become clearer. My feet hurt. My mouth is dry. I've just seen thousands of people die. I can't reach anyone on the phone. I have to pee. The World Trade Center is gone. Military planes shoot through the air in the distance. I want to go home. I must go home. Get home. Try the phone. Get home. Try the phone. That's all. That's all there is now. Down the FDR ramp and into the streets, heading up to Chinatown, it's wild and busy. People jogging and jostling, crossing against traffic. The sirens persist. I finally get through to my mother's voicemail and pant out a message. More dialing. Calling Wing Chun. Calling my dad, calling my brother, seeing system busy on the display, trying again. I ask a traffic officer where I should go. Just zig up and then zig over and then keep going that way, he says. I zig, I zag. I try to think about what I've just seen, force it into my mind, but my mind keeps dodging it and hiding behind the blisters on my feet and my full bladder. I walk into the street because there's no traffic moving. Along the curbs, men sit in commercial vans with the doors open, blasting radios so everyone can listen to the news. A few people gather around the vans, and a few stand on the steps of the building and look south with blank faces. Most of us, hundreds of thousands of us, keep walking. The warplanes fly overhead. Sirens wail all around. In front of a church, the staff hands out water and orange slices, douses the overheated with water, leads people inside to talk to a priest. I consider going inside the church, where it will be cool and dry and smell of Murphy's oil soap, just to sit down for a minute and maybe to feel a cool hand on my forehead. But I walk on by. My feet hurt a lot. I need better shoes, and I need a bathroom, and I need to get home. Chinatown. Everyone's out on the street here too, but most of what they say I can't understand. I stop at Green Garden, a restaurant, and the sympathetic hostess lets me use the ladies' room. It's a very nice ladies' room. I splash water on my face. There's ash in my hair and eyebrows, which I note dispassionately before hiking my tights back up and going back out on the street. Further up on Mott, I stop again to buy a cheap pair of shoes, and this lady manning the booth absently quotes me a price of $10. After she sees my face, my legs, coated with the dust up to my knees, she'll only take $1. And so I continue uptown in a black t-shirt, Burberry mini, black tights, and a red, white, and blue Sport USA shower flip-flops. Somewhere near Lafayette and Bond, I get my mother on the phone. So far, everyone's okay. Mr. Stupidhead is okay. Dad is okay. I'm okay. I walk and chat, breathless, animated, unable to describe what's happening or what happened with any coherence. Unbelievable, I say. You wouldn't believe it, I say. I say the words because I have to, must, should say them, should feel them, must, have to feel them. But the words don't touch me and I feel nothing. I feel the flip-flop slapping against my heels and I feel thirsty. 110 stories telescoping in on themselves. I don't feel that. Seeing it from so close, I don't feel that either. I only feel the walking. I hear people talking, see them crying and hugging one another. I hear the radios talking about the president, the Pentagon, and the terrorist campaign and the National Guard. I hear F-14 zinging through New York airspace, sirens, sobbing. I hear all of that. I feel none of it. I do not feel lucky to have escaped. I do not feel worry or fear. My mind is clear. No, not clear. Dead. As it counts off the blocks between me and my home, my mind is silent and motionless as death. Home, the death of the building. Home, the sun. Home, the cloud. Home, I will get home. I don't think beyond that. I don't think before that. Just home. I slog into a deli to buy a Coke. It's not far now. There's Kareem at Jean-Claude Beguin, who gave me a sassy haircut yesterday. I wave at Kareem. Here's the hill. Ah, the hill. Here's the light at 34th Street. I cross the street. Here's the corner. Here's the building. Here's the lobby and the elevator. Here's the front door. Here's the bed and the desk and the window and the clothes on the floor. Here's home. I change clothes. I write emails, place phone calls, and check websites and stare dully at the television. Watch what happened to try to prove to myself from a dozen different angles. Here's the plane. Here's the next plane. Here's the collapse of the first tower and the second. Here's the hulking, smoking Pentagon and the president on the run. Here's the bang of the fire and the smoke and the unbelievable, unbelieving screams on the ground. I watch. My mind lies quiet. I have come home, but this is not, but this is now not home. It's not safe or familiar. It is where I live, a place I know, but it is not home. Call my mother again. I'm coming home. Can you get home today? She asked me. I don't know. I pack up my things. I retrieve my car. I sit at a stoplight as fire engines stream by. Dozens of fire companies come from Long Island to help us. I cheer for them, or try to, but it's hard to summon up it's hard to summon up the necessary volume. Drive around thwarted at the tunnel entrance, leaning out of the windows to talk to harried cops. Trying to find the bridge entrance, nearly crossing a bridge to Long Island by mistake, getting hit by a semi, listening to the radio, sitting in traffic, talking on the phone, all done at a safe distance from reality. At last, I get into the bridge. Automatically, without thinking, I turn to see the skyline stretching away on the left. The skyline is gone. The Empire State Building is dark. The World Trade Towers have disappeared. The lights below 14th Street have gone out. Nothing moves or sparkles. The occupied city is dark, except for a necklace of EMS lights and the slow, steady, sorrowing plume of ash wending its way down into the harbor, and my mind wakes up. I imagine the screams of the dead from which the scream of the building protected me before. I hear the evenness my father willed into his voice, hear Dawn telling me hesitantly, well, take good care, Sarah. I feel the hole in the city as the hole ripped out of my chest and head, thousands burned and crushed and orphaned and ruined and dead. I emerge onto I-95 South and I cry. Great whooping moans, sobs, strangling me, fighting to get out of my throat and go nowhere except back into my ears. I clutch the wheel to keep it straight, signaling, getting left, barreling into the ramp for I-78 West, driving home as I'd done 1,000 times before, and I cry. Near Hillside, I stop crying. I don't feel better, but I stop crying. On the radio, the president refers to the 23rd Psalm. Yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will fear no evil, for thou art with us. The president is wrong. I fear evil. No rod or staff can comfort me. Surely goodness and mercy have turned their backs on all of us today. I have no interest in the house of the Lord. I come up the driveway, home. My mother stands in the doorway waiting for me, and with the light behind her, she looks small. The house itself seems small and weak. Everything seems small and weak. I've come home, but the story is just starting, and I don't know that I can tell it right. Telling a story is all I have, all I've ever had to give. The telling used to seem important and strong. A story used to seem powerful, and now it's really nothing at all, just paper in the end, easily burnt and blown away. Heavy read, dude. Heavy read. Excuse me. So, that is Sarah Bunting's amazing, amazing blog from how she felt 3 days after experiencing 9/11. Again, there's a long one, right? But whoo. So, this was September 14, 2001, all right? Here's where the Osint thing comes in. We're not going to go through all the comments. There are 248 and they get very expansive. But let's just say this. People catch on as they read this to this one thing that's kind of, it's noticeable, right? You bonded with someone. You had a disaster buddy. People wanted to know what happened to Dawn. Sarah didn't know what happened to Dawn. So it kind of became her mission to find Dawn because she wanted to thank him. Okay. People in the chat, people across the internet, and as blogging got bigger and as people began to tell their stories, the story of Dawn kind of became like an internet folklore. It had its own little, like, don't fuck with cats group, you know, like a group of people who were committed to finding Dawn. Eventually I joined that group and we went through all the Dawns. Okay. But that was prior to 2009. I was still in college. I want to say that was sophomore, junior year. So that would have been like 2005, 2004. So it kind of became like a big deal to a lot of people. We got to find Dawn. But we didn't have the resources and the digitized information even then that we have now, right? So for about 8 years, the internet was like, we're going to find Dawn. All right. And in 2009 was when there was an update to the blog. It's September 10th, 2009. As you can see, it's the day before 9/11. People are starting to bring it up because the anniversary of it's coming up, right? So let's go ahead and look at Sarah's update. Because that is 2009, and this is when she herself wrote about it, acknowledged the Operation Find Dawn group and Ideal, essentially bringing it forth to the whole of the internet. Like, I approve and I want to know too. All right. So here we go. You're hooked. You're into it. Good. I'm glad because I think that it can be done. All right. So this is September 10th, 2009. So this is 8 years after she wrote that blog. I realized after a couple of archive searches that this never made it over from the old site. Not sure how much good it will do now. My feeling at this point is that if Dawn hasn't been found yet, there may be no finding this guy, but I'm happy to be proven wrong, although it could be some kind of awkward. So you waited 8 years for me to show up? Uh-huh. And so did some of your readers? Yep. That's quite odd. Yes, sir, it is. Beer? But the hell with it. Life is short, but not so short that you can't make time to thank a guy. This year, I've given myself a bit more time to find him. So do me a favor, pass it on. Facebook it, tweet it, whatever you got. It's 2 presidential terms gone by now. We got to find this dude. Excuse me. So here it is. Operation Find Dawn. Ready? This is her update after 8 years of random strangers contacting her and wanting to find Dawn, groups being formed, people trying their best. It's out on the internet. People are always even in Reddit, they're just constantly posting. Has anyone heard from Dawn? Have they found Dawn? The latest news is that there is no news. If I hear anything, I will let you know, but I haven't heard anything. And it's starting to look like I won't. I don't think I would recognize Dawn if I saw him on the street anymore. I doubt he would remember me, especially now that my hair is so different. It's also possible that, and again, 9/11 is all about never forget. I don't think she would. I think if she saw him, she would recognize him and vice versa, no matter how different they look. That's just my opinion. Because that's a very significant moment, right? It's also, excuse me, oh, my throat. It's also possible that Don does not in fact want to be found, or that he's in the Yukon or something. But I've done the paid name birthday searches, and I've hoped that 6 degrees of separation would loop around, and I still haven't turned him up. Thanks again to everyone who's mentioned it on sites they run or frequent, or to friends of theirs in the media, and everyone who sent words of support. I appreciate it. If you hear anything or you want to mention it on your blog, please feel free. You never know. Dawn, a very brief history. Now, this is when she breaks down some things about him. I also went through and made a huge list of things that I think could help from the story that could help with the search for Dawn, and some tools that we can use if you guys want to go on this adventure with me. And I will be posting that on the community wall tonight. So Dawn is a man I met on September 11th, 2001. Dawn and I became disaster buddies, and ever since I've wanted to thank him for hanging out with me and helping me keep it together. But I haven't seen or heard from him since we parted ways late that morning. What Dawn looks like. Dawn is an African-American man. I would estimate that his age is at between 25 and 35 on that day. Probably not younger than that. Possibly older, but not much. That means he's 30s to 40s now. Now, this is back in 2009, okay? So really, he would be 50 to 60 now. Dawn is between 5'9" and 6 feet tall, probably weighed 160 to 180 pounds. I suck at estimating men's weights. In any case, at the time, Dawn had a fit build, not pudgy or skinny or well put together. Dawn had short hair and a goatee at the time. I do not recall any jewelry. He may have worn a watch. I don't remember. No glasses. Dawn had on a gray window pane plaid suit and was carrying a black soft-sided briefcase. Dawn didn't really resemble anyone famous except Blair Underwood around the eyes a little bit. Other possible relevant facts. Dawn and I met in the lobby of the Bank of New York building, located roughly at Wall Street and Broadway. We left the bank together at 11 that morning. Dawn lived at the time in Jersey City or thereabouts. He took the ferry to Jersey City to get home from a slip somewhere around Hester Street on the west side. Dawn had come into the city that morning via the PATH train and had gotten off the World Trade Center stop. He'd come into the city for work, but I don't remember whether his business that day was actually at the World Trade Center complex. I don't believe it was. If he had gotten separated from any work colleagues, he didn't mention it. I don't know what he did for a living. And I don't know if his job was based in Jersey City or in Lower Manhattan, but I got the impression that he was in the city for an errand or a meeting and that he didn't come regularly commute in. As I said, I don't recall any wedding ring. Dawn didn't mention a wife or any other family at the time as far as I can remember. Dawn's birthday is September 11th. No idea what year, but based on my estimate of his age, probably in the late 60s or 70s. Why you should care? Because it's a mystery, a puzzle, a story that needs an end. Because Dawn is everything good and friendly about the world. Because I owe him my thanks and possibly a cold beer. Because it's his fucking birthday, you guys. What can you do? Or what you can do? Do you know anyone in Jersey City? Or anyone who lives or works near there? Have you heard a story like mine, secondhand, third hand, or someone's journal? Do you recall reading or hearing anywhere about people who ran for the Bank of New York, walked uptown a bit, and took a ferry to New Jersey? Post in the comments or email me at sars@tomatonation.com. And if you're in fact Dawn, well, don't just sit there. Show yourself. My mom's friend swears you are an angel, and she'll keep believing that until I can prove otherwise. Suggestions, clues, conspiracy theories, send them my way. I'll add any new information as it comes in. In short, Dawn, he's still out there, and he's another year older. And at this point, everybody starts congregating, talking about this again. Oh my God, you still haven't found him? And a lot of happy birthday Dawns. It has now become tradition online, I guess, to say happy birthday to Dawn on September 11th. So now, we're about to conclude, okay? I'm going to show you the latest update. We are not going to read the entire thing because it is literally basically a repeat of her 2009 blog, but we are going to read the top, okay? This is McCaber Trout's post. So when I saw this post, I was like, holy shit, they haven't found Dawn yet? And it blew my mind because I'm actually in the second blog responding to it. And I'm like, that was a long fucking time ago. Like, how have they not? Like, I would have kept trying if I thought, but I really thought they had to have found him by now. I have gathered some archives, some resources, in addition to pulled relevant facts about Dawn or statements she made regarding Dawn. And again, I put that on a nice little slide for you. I will be posting it on the community wall where you guys can discuss this. And by all means, tackle it in any way that you think you can. I have been, since I saw this update, I've been sucked back in. Okay. And I can eliminate quite a few Dawns. I plan on making an elimination list. All right. Like the elimination chamber. So let's take a look at the most recent update and then we'll get the fuck out of here. Okay. But this is the Osint project I really want us all to do. All right. So this is a post from McCaber Trout. Okay. Jen McCaber Trout. Just kidding. It's just McCaber. A 9/11 mystery, Operation Find Dawn. So this was 3 days ago. So this was posted the day after September 11th. All right. Sarah Bunting, who's run the popular blog called Tomato Nation for years, published an essay shortly after 9/11 detailing her experiences in Lower Manhattan on that day. You can read it here, and it still packs a punch all these years later. While escaping from Lower Manhattan that day, she became disaster buddies with a gentleman from Jersey City named Don, who told her it was his birthday. After publishing the essay, she was hoping to find Don and thank him for keeping her calm that day, but as far as I know, was never able to locate him again. Here's a link with info about him. It repeats her blog. Here's where it gets good. Sarah Bunting saw the Reddit post. Okay. And she responds, "Hi, it's Sarah D. Bunting." D. Bunting says, No pictures. She just starts answering questions. I wonder if there's a picture of Dawn. No pictures. Remember that phones weren't capable of in 2001 too. Dawn's in Jersey City were found and eliminated the last time this was attempted. That would have been 2009 though, which was years ago now, because at a certain point I had to consider that he didn't want to be found or contacted. Didn't get an off the grid vibe on that day, but he's allowed to not want to be in the story anymore. So, be cool and be safe and kind to yourselves. Tough day for many. Oh, wow. This was a blast from the past. I used to read Tomato Nation all the time in middle school. I had a Tomato Nation messenger bag. Your writing inspired me to pursue becoming a writer, and I'm here. And here I am, 20 plus years later, a professional journalist. Thanks so much for everything. She beams. The pleasure was mine, and of course, and wow, the messenger bag. I lost my mind, and my dad won't part with his. I lost mine, and my dad won't part with his. I just read for thou art with us. Wow, what a great heart-wrenching piece of writing. It brought back what a horrible morning here in Melbourne, Australia was when I woke up to the terrible news. Everyone here was dumbstruck that day. I'm sorry you've not been able to locate Dawn. What a strange moment in time you shared. Of course, people start going, could it be this Dawn? Could it be this Dawn? She says, haha, same birthday week. Not sure that would have come up though. And this doesn't look like him. Too round in the face. Also, is that a badge? Because that would have come up. So she's responding to people. Now, I'm not going to read all of them, but if you go into the Unresolved Mysteries subreddit under McCaber Trout's post, you can speak directly with Sarah Bunting if you have any questions for her. And I find that to be wonderful. So I want to revive Operation Find Dawn. All right. I find it completely doable. And I think that you guys are just nosy enough. I don't see why we couldn't, especially with the amount of digitized information today. So, what do you think? You want to? And that wraps it up. I am going to be putting a post on the community wall. So if you want to tackle this with me, you got it, dude. All right. I'll be putting links to all of this, everything we talked about. And with that said, that's the episode. Operation Find Dawn. Let's fucking do it. We're going to find you so she can say thank you. Because I think it's noble If he doesn't want to be bothered, we'll leave him the fuck alone. But I think it could be done. I think it could be done. What do you think? Anyway, thank you guys for coming out and listening tonight. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. What could we possibly end on? You love this stream? Good. I love you. Now, what could we possibly end on that could really send it home? All right. Give us a good start to our day. For those of you who get up early as fuck, I can't think of anything better than this.
你好 Jack 我改变主意了我到这里来找你
把手给我闭上眼睛快闭上！上来，抓住栏杆，闭上眼睛，别偷看。
我没偷看。
跨到栏杆上，抓住了，抓紧点，眼睛闭好了吗？相信我吗？
我相信你。
好了，睁开眼睛。
我飞了，这个。
来，伸出手，我拉你回来。
你的挣扎毫无意义，命运之轮已经开始旋转。